So first thing first, this build is not mentioned for you to be first evoker in the world, is not the best of the best. This build is mentioned for people that are new to the evoker, the people that are just starting with this class and the healing role, and is very good for easy healing mythic plus dungeons. It's not very performing in raid, but it can also be used in raid, and is suited up to plus 20 in mythic plus. I did some first plus 20s with this. It's really good performing on lower gear because you can basically equip anything and it's always buffing you. So really recommend to start with this one and then move to the like more pro, but there's a lot of tricks on Evoker, so you need time. So I like to start with this one, like get my hands on the class, then I will learn more tricks and tips and stuff, and then I'll just move on. But yeah, I did plus 20. Plus 20 is best weekly, so it's sufficient. What is this build very good at is at healing a lot, like let's say over healing, but when you just don't know dungeons or your group don't know and you are playing lower dungeons, you don't really know what is happening because people are failing mechanics, you need to really heal any moment. So this build is more to respond when your group get damage, because the other one is more like you are prepared for your group to get damage, and so you are prepared and you immediately heal it. This is like, I will heal everything what it come, I got it. What is also good with this build is just easy to gear, because you don't really care about stats, just equipping item level, and it's easy to play. You don't really need to think about as much as the other one. And what is not so good with this build, you don't have a lot of damage. Still good, but it could be better. And the other thing is your group where taking heavy damage is required to be stuck together. It's not really required, but you should be hitting at least 3 players with it, and it's often not happening, but it's not really that hard. People are starting to be used on dungeons and they're just stuck together when they're getting heavy AoE damage. First thing people are looking for is which gear with stats, and with this build is focused on that. You just equip item level, but there are of course there's others. So I was looking all over the logs, I was checking everywhere what are people playing with Lizard. It's really hard to say what is the best. People are maybe just experimenting or don't really know what is the best, or there are multiple choice for best stats. But I figured out the best for M+ dungeon Mr. Lizard is just everything. But let's say it in more details. So basically one item level, definitely priority, because we are gearing with this character. That's this build is for. But let's explain. Usually the critical, strike and haste is the best for the dungeon, because critical is very good for our extension of dots, and haste is just overall you are doing healing faster, you are doing damage faster. What is usually very good, it's mastery at start. So if you have like low gear item, yeah, sure, take mastery. It's really good, it's really nice. Why people are not taking mastery? Because then they are focusing on damage, and their non-existing mastery on healer specification that is for damage. There's always mastery is always for healing on healers. So if you want more healing and you are not feeling comfortable with your heals, just get mastery. But you want to focus more damage, just avoid it. And there's a versatility in the end. And like Evoker have a lot of defensives. You have 2 stacks of defensive, then AoE, and lots of mechanics, so you usually don't need a lot of versatility. But if you are trying to push higher, you will get more versatility. But like overall, you want to dodge versatility until you know you need it, and you will know you need versatility. Because it's just usually start for higher content. Some characters, some classes are using versatility, but not an Evoker. So you want to just these 3 stats without versatility, and if you want more heals, go for mastery, like more heals from this build. And if you don't need more heals, like just a little bit more damage, crit and haste is your choice. And some extra things about gear, like Lariat from Crafting 1 is definitely the best, and we have a lot of sparks available now, but it's up to you. Then most evokers I found out that are just wearing these Venom Step Stompers, they are quite expensive to craft because they need to be in Toxic Portal, but if you can get it, just get it. If you cannot, just get whatever embellishment. This is a gearing build, so you can just put like embellishment to any other items that are increasing your mastery when you have over 90% of health, and you can just cancel that and use other embellishment when you decide later, because you can just take it out from item and recraft it and you have no embellishment on that item. It's not like my shoes, because they are a unique item, so everything there is just I cannot choose to not have that embellishment there. And from trinkets, usually you want to do damage in plus, so you are wearing something for damage. But from the healing one is amazing, like the trinket from Diorma. Unfortunately, I have only normal version. I'm unlucky on better one. And it's really good, just keep it top on your tank, because your mastery is increasing heals to targets that have less health than you. So when this is on tank and on you, you are healing yourself, and when you get AoE damage, you get heal for you. And ooh, I have 1000 more health than other target. It's in percentage, but anyway. And oh, you really are, because your mastery is activated. And Dark Goods also a shield from the Nokuro fans. Also the Conjured Chill Globe is very nice because it's giving you mana when you need it, and if you don't need it, you are doing damage. It's a really nice choice for Mythic Plus content. And I am wearing Feather now, it's doing damage. Also the very good trinket is definitely from Craft, is Alchemic Stone. That's amazing trinket. Another very good one is Whetstone, Kudos Stars, but that is very hard to get because you cannot loot it. Some melee damager need to get it for you and trade you, so it's not easy to get, but it's really pumping damage for you as a healer. So for talents, let's check them. Right tree is usually not that customizable, so what is here, just every single thing is on heal. You are missing measure for talents for damage, is increasing your damage by a lot, but we are skipping now because we are focusing, oh, I don't really know what is this evoker doing, or I'm just a little bit behind of healing requirements, I should heal. So we have everything on heal, everything, every healing possibilities we just pick up, and we are healing a lot. Ouroboros is really helping to just, when one party member just drop too low, just immediately pop it up. It's quite very nice when you are just doing AoE healing, just pop Ouroboros, and bam, one Vargar is full. And for the left, we have a lot of choices, customizations. So basically you can skip this left tree. This 6 talents is 4 damage, but it's recommended to have it because there's not such good things over here. And things you can change here, that basically you have 4 talents here for defensives, and you can survive without them. It's not recommended, of course, but you can. And also like lower cooldown, because you want Zephyr, it's AoE defensive for your group, so it's amazing. And what we can choose instead of these talents, I have already choose one extra. I have shortened cooldown on being buffed. It's because there are coming ghosts from the packs this week, so I just want to throw them away. Or it's very, very nice when you have Sanguine and you have lower cooldowns on your pushback, so you can just move enemies from Sanguine patches on the ground. Other choices you have here with talents is Oppressing Roar. It's not so interesting usually just by itself, but you have the talent that is increasing effectiveness of that, not effectiveness, additional effect. And so that roar is removing enrage from all targets it hits and decreasing cooldowns for every single enrage it hits. So it is absolutely necessary and amazing for raging weeks. Like 5 targets in your enemies just drop low health, they got enrage, because it's raging weak, you pop this, bam, you dispel 5 energies, 1 click, and you get cooldown reduction by 100 seconds. So you are almost ready to go again. Other things from this tree, it's 1 additional hover. If you want more mobility, is very nice choice, but if you are flying lizard, you don't really need more mobility, but it's up to you. Also there's nice rescue with also giving you shield when you need extra defensive, or you just want to mess with someone and move him around. It's up to you. So how we are playing this evoker? Basically, it's really hard to explain when you don't play that. It's much easier to tell you, oh, I see what you did, you should do this instead. But I think it's easiest to understand what to click and what to do in which situation is just see somebody plays. I have on the right side, I have just when I'm casting something, you can see there, and I have some videos I'm playing this build. I have some 20s, I think Ravi and Shadow Moon Boreal, and you can just check what I'm healing when, and you can see in right bottom corner if that is better for your learning. If it's better when somebody is explained, so let's do that. What your spells are doing, it's not what they are doing, you can read that, but how you should use them. So you have Reversion 2 stacks, that's our main source of heal, or main, like, easiest way for us to heal. And basically you are just popping this on any target and it's healing over time. What is important here, don't keep 2 stacks. When you have 2 stacks, just use it. Doesn't matter when somebody have full health, because if you have Forset, you are, see, I'm burning, I have free cast of a Living Flame, because that's prot, and I have second one too. Because that is from my Forset, let me just show it. You have Reversion Healing, have chance to make my Living Flame instant and 20% more effective. So everybody is full, and you have Force piece, and you have still 2 stacks, just use it, because you are getting free damage. Maybe you will use this pros for healing, but usually it's for damage. So it's just nice, because everybody is full, so what do you do? You are doing damage. Yeah, I got another free. Just free cast. And it's doing better damage, because it's 20% increased. So just keep Reversion. When you don't have 4 piece, just use it when your group will getting damage, or just after they get damage, just heal them. It's really nice to just always keep Reversion on tank, because tank is always getting damage, obviously. Our other ability, I usually have the most healing in dungeon. I have some logs from... it's messed up because I healed target dummy, but it's usually the first spell I have in healing in dungeon. And it's obviously our charge ability with 30 seconds cooldown. And this one is usually first thing you go for when the group start dropping. It's even good to heal single target, because that heal is really good. And it's just nice, always use it when you have ready. 30 seconds is not really long cooldown. And what is, pay attention here, there is Verdant Embrace that jump and heal. And when you use that, you will get Call of Viscera, and that's talent that is increasing your healing from Dream Breath by 40%. So we usually want to this buff to have up when you're using your Dream Breath. So get your buff up, I have Vigora for that, and use Dream Breath. I'm usually using on rank 1, because then just healing hots are the best one. The longer you are charging, like the fastest you will do that healing, but you will always do the same amount of healing. So you just faster, or you are just doing healing over time. So basically, I'm usually casting on rank first, because I'm just using this as like hold on my team that is periodically healing, and that hold is almost for duration of whole cooldown, so it's nice just keep it on your team when they're not getting as much damage. But if you are in rush, you need to really heal fastly, you use more ranks, just fully charge. So we already mentioned this spell, we have Vendor Embrace, it's just using as a jump, and it's also doing heal. And the third thing, what it's doing is Lightburn Talent, let's see it, and it's sharing 40% healing through targets that are hit through it. So when I hit the target dummy, you can see when I'm healing myself, 40% of that healing is shared. You can see that was 4000 from my hot on myself, that was 40% what healed me. This spell have a lot of uses. If everybody's full, you can just use it to catch someone. Obviously, it's movement. It's 9 movement. But what you want to do with this is cheap heal, it's not costing a lot of mana, it's low cooldown, and it's nice single target. So definitely go for Verdant Embrace to heal single target. Just don't go for the Living Flame. First is Verdant Embrace, it's healing more, and it's just a little bit more expensive. But it's not only healing more, but giving this 40%. And there are some few tricks you can do with that. So when you use Echo on some other target, and then you will jump on this target, you can use some strong ability, and I will get multiplied through these targets by 40%. I have this exactly same hot, that should be on 2 targets, you have on 3 targets. So basically you put echoes to your group, like 3 echoes, and then you jump on 4th character, and we will automatically get 1, and you have 5 targets that are sharing 40% of healing. So after that, you just follow with some strong heal, and this whole group is just top up. And easiest way to just split echo, you are using the temporal anomaly. I will jump, everybody got it, I will go full charge, strong heal, charge to each other. Step by step, because we already mentioned that, we have that big bronze ball. It's changed like 2 weeks ago, and is now much better to use in dungeon content. It's instantly applied, shields for everybody hit. It's, of course, in dungeon there are 5 people, in raid there's more, but it's instant shield. But what is even better from talents, you have the split echoes through whole team. So then you can just follow, I know, first rank of Dreambread, and you can see they are getting 2 stacks. Unfortunately, I didn't hit some reason this one, but all others have just 2 stacks of Dreambread. One is from Echo, this weaker one, because that Echo is only 45%, not the 105 when you are applying Echo one by one. And you can just throw the ball, hit it with some spell. It's very nice healing, but this is really, really mana intensive, so don't overuse it. Really use it when you need to heal your group and you have nothing else to do. You have no other cooldowns, just this is the best thing after that. So just don't use it when you don't need it, then use it obviously, because your mana will die, so you don't want to overspend on this spell. We have then Spirit Bloom, and that is another charging ability. That's a new system, and we have few ranks. The first rank is just a healing single target, so it's amazing to pop up some people that drop down, or amazing for tank. You can just charge the first rank, let's charge it to dummy, first rank, and we have 82,000 healing without using any critical or some additional potion or something for healing. It's a really strong pop-up. You can also, definitely you can combine it with Echo and just multiply that healing by double. It's just amazing single target, but if you are group dropping down, just charge it to full, and when you are charging it, you're having more targets you will heal with this. So few people are, I don't know, 2 people are injured, charge it on second rank, you will heal a huge heal to 2 people. Nice heal. So let's see this one, the Emperor one, and bam, it's not really saving, but there was double numbers for that. And let's get into the biggest pumper or whatever, let's call it, because this is off cooldown but is using my essences. It's showing these balls under your health, but I have Vigara, so they are here. And basically we are using just its AoE heal. We have few talents and it's healing, and I see it's spreading on some guy, and there are these flying flowers just moving between the people, and it's just your group got damage pooping on the ground. Amazing. What I like to do, it's you can just put it on target. It's not like Druid AoE or I don't know, Rain from Shaman. You can just place, you choose various placing, it need to be on target. And usually people are not standing ideally to be healed from that, because they just do damage, they're tanking, whatever. They don't care about, they don't really care about positioning. So what I usually do, I'm casting on myself. I'm like, okay, this is few players around. I will stand in the middle so I can hit all these 4 players around. So I'm positioning myself, because you are quite fast with Evoker, and I'm just casting on myself and just spreading around. And usually want to hit at least 3 people with that. 2 people is alright, and you can heal single target, doesn't matter. It's just ability to use your essences for this build. Then we got Echo. That's single target that Echo is replying exactly the same spell, but increased by 105%. So when I use twice, we have 1 reversion, then we have second, and the second is a little bit better because it's 5% more. So we have 2 reversions instead of 1. It's really good. Like this double reversion on tank is just and usually when you want to pop up somebody more, and the top build is using these echoes a lot, and you are using always the echoes, but here we are spending our essences on the essence bloom, emerald bloom, sorry, on emerald bloom, so we are not really using for this. It's just to little bit top up single target more, and it's really nice to keep 2 reversion on tank instead of 1, because it's nice. Tank is always getting damage, more healing over time on tank, profit. And for the last healing spell is obviously our basic Living Flame. We can always cast it's always doing something, and it's always ready. And it's very cheap, and not very cheap because it's not healing a lot. This spell you don't want to use for healing. Only use for healing when you have nothing else. Everything is on cooldown. You have no essences. You have no cooldowns. Just then you start using this, or you have one maybe prot from your 4-piece of set. Then it's alright to just pop somebody when he's falling down, but you don't really want to cast it. Ideally, when you have prots from set, use it for healing. And when you are like this buff Call of Viscera, because this is increased by 100%, then it's nice to just top it people. But also we have like Leaping Flames, the talent. So after we are using Fire Breath, we are striking multiple targets with our Living Flame. So when I charge this to full, I can see here, or here, up here, I have 3 additional targets. So now if I jump somewhere, I get Call of Viscera, this increased by 100%, and now I can cast that. And I healed 4 targets. Instead of 1, 4 targets with increased healing by 100%. It's nice. But this is usually not what you want to do with that. You usually want to do damage. That's your to-go spell for damage. That's what you're using. But it's just emergency, because it's really nothing else you can do. You are casting Living Flames. So let's talk about cooldowns. Not really cooldowns, because we have few like these Empower abilities that have 30 seconds, but like more than 30 seconds, minute and plus. So first cooldown to go, and you want to use really regularly is Stasis. Why? Because it's really short, it's just 1.5 million, and it's very powerful. And what is this doing? We should already know. They're saving 3 spells, and it would repeat these 3 spells. And what you want to save there is usually something you cannot just cast. Use Stasis for just casting triple Living Flame, or just casting triple Reversion is not really worth it, because you want some spells that will actually do something. So there's some combos you can usually do. When I have, I can save. So we started. We are saving 3 spells, and I can poop underground, and I can fully charge my breath. Then when I pop it, I'll split it, everything, and it's still spreading around Emerald Blossom. So we want to use some better spells for it. You cannot use some other cooldowns. Usually everything that is short and under minute you can save there. So Emerald Blossoms, or you want to use like these charging abilities. So we want to use Dream Bread, we want to use Spirit Bloom over there, because you can fully charge it, and that will make it cast on full charge, and you don't need to fully charge it again. So that's why it's very powerful when you can charge there, because it's already fully charged, and you are definitely not casting second time. Huge cooldown, the best. I love this spell. This spell is called just the alternative name for this spell is just heal everything what's happened, and it's just healing damage your group got in the last 5 seconds, and that's some basic like default healing, but it's too little to care about. And it's obviously 100% increased effectiveness in dungeon, so it's healing 100% damage your group got in last 5 seconds. So don't be druid or something, like druids are casting tranquility before damage happened, and during that we need to wait and damage start hitting, like I don't know, first boss in Shadow Boreal, or just Hirja in Halls of Valor. When you start AoE damage hitting, you want to wait like first explosion, second explosion, and third explosion, getting your group really low, then you pop it, because that spell will remember like these first ticks of damage. Don't use it on first tick, because it's not healing a lot. It's not Tranquility or some other healing cooldowns like him from Priest. You need to wait, and your group need to they will be a little bit scared and start using health potions. That's usually what happens when they don't know what you are planning. But when they got low, you just press it, and all this damage they got is remembered, and they just start healing back in under 5 seconds. So it's nice when you're playing with flames, just tell them you will get low, but I'm prepared with reversion, so don't be scared your health is getting low. Last but not least, we have Emerald Communion, and basically you're falling asleep and you are just healing yourself. Overhealing is healing to your group. But it's really nice when somebody failed this new affix, that thundering, when somebody didn't connect you, you got stun and we are getting damage. You can pop this spell manually and stun. So you got stun, you pop it, you will survive, your friend will survive. It's just amazing ability for that, but that's for failing. But so actually how to use this spell, it's for you healing yourself, or you are healing single target, so when tank is getting heavy hits, but definitely single target when everybody else is full, because that overhealing is just targeting, you know, people who got damage. If the whole group is damaged, it's still healing single, but it's not really good to heal whole group. So just don't use it when you have group damage, because it's healing you firstly, then your team, but you need to heal all of them, not just, you know, it's just not really good performer on AoE damage. But if you want to heal AoE damage, there is trick just need to learn. So just spread the echoes on your group, or you can spread it with temporal anomaly. I'm just pressing here like just manually the echoes on targets, and this is last target without echo. I will use this Verdant Embrace jump, and we are sharing with life bomb health. Now I'm healing amazingly a lot whole group, because it's sharing 40%. I'm healing, I'm getting a lot by that overheal from that. So this, how much I did? Oh, it's in healing, and it's not showing good anyway. Can I see it here? Yeah. So here is it. The echoes did some healing because I was just putting 4 echoes. Then I jumped on the like 5th target because I have 4 echoes. This is 5th target. So everybody from that targets got from that echoes got another stacks of life band. So there was 6 of us with life band. Then I start sleeping. This is just normal heal. I was just hitting with that spell, but life band healed 800,000. That was that 40% health that was sharing to all targets, and that's why it's important, because that spell healed just 400 and that's it. But the sharing heal was 800. It's healing much more than actually basic spell. So definitely use that trick, or just use it when you get stun, or use it on yourself, or use it when nobody's getting damage but tank is low. It's also really nice, but this is the best use for a group in that particularly nice cooldown. That was explanation, like situation or how we are using these spells, and let's talk about like priority, what you should do first when people are getting damage. So absolutely basic, keep reversion on your group to keep healed is always, oh, this is not healing dummy, I can put it here, and just it's simple, it's giving you pros from 4 piece, and it's just always healing, and with critical it's just increasing its duration. So just when somebody is getting damage, it's not too much, just keep reversion on them. If you have 4 piece, just keep always reversion on your team, because it's increasing your damage, or just preparing like instant heals for a group. Like I got 1 charge here. When this is not enough, the first thing you will go for is Dream Breath. It's healing a lot for single ability. It's just 30 seconds cooldown, it's healing a lot, and basically you want to have that jump ready for that. Just pop the breath with the jump to have increased healing. So if this is not enough, it's usually like lower keys. This is like you pop the breath and it's all you need to do. It's usually enough. And obviously you want to hit most targets. And if this is not enough, or rather not enough, if you need to pop up single target more, is also use this for single target too, because it's just really nice. Or just I can jump on tank, then use echo on them, and then I use Dream Breath. And now that target is just healing loads, because double breath and double reversion on single target is just healing a lot. Over time, obviously we can make that breath healing more. And then if this is not enough and we're getting more damage, so there's like split if you are healing single target or multi-target. For single target, if you need more healing, first thing first is jump. So start with that. And the jump is not enough or healing, because when you jump, you are also, the target is getting healing, you are on you. So if you have something or a Dream Breath on you, or you have reversion on you, it's shared, so it's also healing from that. And if that is not enough, you can go for the split broom. The first rank, if 2 people are hurt, just use second rank to 2 targets, third rank for 3 targets. But this is absolutely go-to for single target healing. Obviously, something with echo, like that reversion, is up to you what you go for. And if you are need to heal like multiple target and this is not enough, you are definitely going for Spirit Bloom and pump that Emerald Blossom. Just pump it, just pump it. And then when they can just spreading, it's just good to look at. And then if it's still damage is happening, not damage happening, you need something more than that, and your cooldowns are off to charge, or you are using cooldowns, it's really nice to just charge the temporal anomaly to that, and then you will use like Strong Breath, I will get duplicate through that echoes, and I don't know, I can use Emerald Blossom, then I can do another Emerald Blossom because I have charged, then I spread echoes and do another doubled breath because it's safe there. So I didn't say that with the stasis, but temporal anomaly is also very nice to save there. It's a really short cooldown, it's 13 seconds, but it's really mana heavy. So when you can cast it second time with a mana requirement, stunks, you are winning. And obviously, just put cooldowns between that, but usually you are just pressing cooldowns when it's 2 damage happening, it's just panic button. Oh, somebody is dying, press reversion. And important thing to reversion, rewind, I mean. It's still in your card, I'm messing the names. Then press the rewind, and don't forget rewind is really, really good, even on single target. It's not like other big abilities of healers from other classes. This is really good on single target because it's healing 100%. Like tank, and they're getting heavy hitting like on the bird boss in the academy, or let's say, Jade Temple. The third boss is hitting really, really hard to the tank and nobody else is hurt. When you press a reversion, then their tank gets a lot of healing, so it's really nice even for single target because it's just strong heal for everyone. So, and on that boss you definitely don't need reversion anywhere else because nobody should get damaged there. That's usually when people get damaged there, they are just dead. So definitely you want to use it on tank on single target, and it's really good even on single target. After damage is under control, everybody is happy and full, you survived, and you have nothing to do. We are not AFK. We are definitely not AFK. Don't do that if you're thinking about that. You're just not running around. You are doing damage. And every single heal is doing damage, man. You have nothing to do. And usually on healers, damage is not costing a lot of mana. Usually just a little bit, but it's really alright. And so let's talk about the damaging with the Lizard. So with the healer, the first thing absolutely on cooldown, Fire Breath. Immediately when we have it, just blast it. It costs 6500 mana, it's really nothing because it's doing a huge amount of damage. If you have in rush or you have single target, just use first rank. Well, let's use it on damage targets, but when you have a fight with the group, you need to charge 1 piece of charge for every target you want to hit more, because it's that Leaping Flames talent, and that is increasing targets that will hit our next ability of Leaping Flame. So after that, we are just casting, and we are hitting 4 targets. I hit some target, this tank dummy in the back, and we hit 3 more targets instead of 1, so that's why we are charging. It's always doing the same damage, no matter which charge, but if you want to hit more targets with a spell, definitely when you're fighting group, you want to charge, so you hit more targets. And obviously, if you are not healing with that, you are not planning to heal with that Leaping Flame, the 4 targets or 5 targets. And other things we are doing, it's obviously Deep Breath. Not really obviously, but it's another ability that is doing damage with we have. And with the Deep Breath, just target, blast it, you did nice damage. How much I did? I hit 300k on 5 targets. It's really nice. And also what you can do with talents, you can put stun there. So you are not even helping with damage, but you are also stunning the group of enemies when you need it, and they are not casting spell abilities. So but usually when you are playing lower keys, they can just cast. You will survive. you are alright, and usually other people have enough stuns. But when you get keys getting higher, the packs are dying slower, and you need some extra stun. I myself, I didn't never need it, but Tan got it, or with stuns, or just some rogue. So it's up to the group, but it's possibility. And the other abilities, easy single target, you are casting, or 2 targets, you are casting Living Flame, and just spam it. Living Flame, all the way. This is what we are doing. We have nothing to do, we have nothing to heal, we are spamming Living Flame. And we have, if we have 3 targets, or we need to move on single target, we can just use the other spike. We're just jumping around, we can do abilities mechanics, I don't know. I'll play the Storming one. Storming, how it's called even? Oh, Thundering. Almost. Storming Heart Tornadoes. And you need to play Thundering, and to connect with someone, you can just spam this and just run towards them, jump towards them. So this is basically all. So if you want to see somebody plays, I'm playing this build, some 20s, I will have a link under the video, and I have written guide for everything I just said. I hope it's the same I said, but I was checking, there is nothing wrong there, and you can check it on my Discord. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.